Slightly nervous faces for Delhi Capitals fans at this point in time. Harshit is kind of that straight-faced emoji at this point in time because Delhi Capitals, which was supposed to be an unbelievably flat deck, have managed to reach 162 for 8. David Warner, a very, very scratchy 37. And had it not been for Axar Patel's blitz 36,
of 22.
Delhi Capitals would not even have crossed 150. The star bowlers for Gujarat Titans, well, you had to say Rashid Khan, but Alzari Joseph.
Alzari Joseph, Mohammad Shami, both the seamers.
Joshua Little, 4 overs, none for 27. He dried up the runs in the middle
And
overs.
a very, very sort of proactive day in the field and a busy day in the field, I can say, for Joshua Little. Dropped the catch, but then ended up picking one as well. Saved a few boundaries too while fielding, on the ropes. But all in all, if you have to look at 162 on this surface, I think Delhi are massively short because towards the end you saw it batting sort of became only easier. Axar did manage to get going. Aman Khan was looking good. I just think with Delhi and the Delhi batsmen, you talk about Warner, you talk about Sarfaraz, you talk about Mitch Marsh. For the 70 odd runs that, let's say, Warner and Sarfaraz cumulatively put together today, I would say 40 were just scratchy runs, scratchy boundaries. So I just think the Delhi batsmen have struggled in the two games that we've seen. And again today, much like what we saw in the opener as well, between for the Delhi franchise and for Lucknow the other day, Delhi batsmen have struggled yet again. So they're still trying to get their flow going in terms of getting some runs. And today as well, I feel they're going to be falling short.
Now, see, the most telling stat that was there after the innings ended was that this was the lowest total by a team batting first in the IPL 2023 so far. And that perhaps is a telling indictment of either the pitch, whatever was read into it, was extremely poor, or the Delhi Capitals bowlers were the Delhi Capitals batters were really, really poor. I would like to say that let's look at the burst that Alzari Joseph had.
Yes.
Okay. One delivery came back in. David Warner dragged the ball back onto the stumps.
Yeah.
But that one delivery that got Russo, absolutely it was brutal. Just fending it off. Yeah.
Slaughter of a delivery.
Rahul Tewatia taking a good catch. Those two deliveries meant that Delhi Capitals' batters were indeed in their shell. Sarfaraz, for example, he just couldn't get going.
Just couldn't get again. I think with 32 or whatever he scored today again, very, very scratchy, and going for the sweep just because. Again, yes, he connected on a couple of occasions with that sweep, and that got him a few runs. But then, whenever you are overly reliant as a batter on your sweep, that tells you that it's your shot to, let's say, it's your last resort.
Last resort.
It's
yes.
always your last resort. The sweep. It's not a shot that because you miss it and you're gone. You're trapped in front of the stumps then. So just when you're not able to get the right reading of the situation, you're not able to read the bowlers. That's when you end up going for the sweep. So again, with regards to Sarfaraz, I'm going to do some thinking over there whether maybe sort of set him down and bring in Aman Khan at all times, or let's say a Porel, because otherwise it's not working out in the two matches that we've seen from Sarfaraz Khan at the moment.
But again, Abhishek Porel. Now, let me give you a brief insight of who Abhishek Porel is. Okay, he's a left-handed bat.
Yeah.
Okay, showed that he had some power hitting in him.
Yeah.
But the problem is, Abhishek Porel is much more of an anchor kind of a player. Okay, his strike rate and his average, if you look at T20 matches, sorry, it's very, very low. And that is why I'll say one thing. Abhishek Porel in his first game kind of had some good knocks, but unfortunately, because not much of only 3 T20 matches, and in first class cricket, 33 average, but yet again, he's much more of an anchor player, Abhishek Porel. And that is the reason why Delhi Capitals in the middle order, that's why I was saying, maybe, if you want to shore up your batting a touch, you have to adopt a different template, right? Sarfaraz's ideal position, where did he bat today? He batted at 4. You have to push him a bit higher at number 3. Because you need an anchor and you will either you get Marsh to open with Warner.
No, you don't do that.
Or Marsh with, you may say, Prithvi. Because even Warner, that 37 that he hit, very, very scratchy.
Yeah.
David Warner, to me, I think there are worrying signs because the captain is not leading from the front with the bat.
I think a lot comes again in the absence of Rishabh Pant, especially. A lot comes down to how David Warner does with the bat. Forget about captaincy, about leading the Capitals at the moment, because of course as a franchise, as the team, you of course will feel that void of Rishabh Pant's captaincy. But if you got to make up for that, you need to first get your first role, which is that of a batter. You need to get going with that. You need to deliver with the bat. That not just makes job easy for the team as a unit, but for you as a leader itself also.
But see, Warner 50 in the first match, 37 in the second match. You'll argue, why are you criticizing Warner? But look at the strike rate.
Yeah, that 50 also came off some 45 odd deliveries, if I'm not wrong.
Yes. And let me just tell you one thing. Warner's strike rate was the major issue. Was the major issue in 2021. Because that is the reason why Sunrisers Hyderabad sacked him.
One of the reasons, let's say.
That is one of the reasons. I mean, the major, I would say.
Let's not talk about the things that happen behind the curtains.
But we saw with the bat that Warner was clearly striking. He was getting 50s. But look at that strike rate, 110, 115. At the top of the order, I am sorry, I don't think that can happen. But from Warner, what about Prithvi Shaw? See,
the
Prithvi
bat
Shaw,
is just not clicking. He was again, much like the other day, he was throwing his bat at everything. Got a few boundaries the other day. Today, I think just the one, again, top edge boundary that he got. Maybe one more 4 that he struck today. But again, nothing really inspiring. Nothing that gives confidence at the moment as far as Prithvi Shaw is concerned. Contrary to what we've seen, let's say, both from him and Sarfaraz, which is where I think Delhi would be thinking as to what else could we have done. Maybe we back 2 players who showed very good form in the domestic seasons, and I'm talking about Prithvi Shaw and Sarfaraz Khan over here, 2 batters who've set the stage alight when it comes to domestic cricket, but not being able to replicate that in the IPL for the 2nd straight season, if I may add.
2nd straight season. So see, Delhi's batting, excellent on paper, okay? Absolutely excellent on paper. Warner, you may say Prithvi Shaw, Mitchell Marsh, Riley Russo.
Mitch Marsh, look what he was doing in the T20 series against India.
But you have a major problem if all of them don't click. And for 2 consecutive games it's happened. Now, I got a comment from Dex. Dex was saying that Riley Russo should bat in at number 3. But again, see, where would you want to bat Marsh way down the order?
I don't think you touch Marsh at the moment. Again, because you, in a way, build this team around him in many ways. And he was, again, with the kind of form that he showed in that series against India, he was certain to be that number 3 batter for you, a place that he just loves batting at. So you would, coming into the tournament, have planned things to, you were very sure of the top 3 as far as Delhi were concerned.
Exactly.
But so you don't touch that, and I don't think they will be tweaking that also going forward.
Well, as we discussed this match, Harshit's smile or this frown, it's getting wider, if you may say, because see, 160.
I only have a wry smile on my face.
Smile, but again, I'll say one thing. Whatever our score predictions, and all our family members out there, you also got it wrong.
Yeah, I think everyone was expecting in excess of 185.
Yes.
There were a couple of 187s, I remember.
Yeah.
I by far have been, my prediction has been the farthest, let's say, from what the actual total that Delhi managed.
That's the pitch, and I think this played like a typical Delhi pitch.
But there were the surprise element, let's say, with regards to this track and Delhi being, I think that green tinge that you saw, it still sort of stayed towards the end as well. That is a little unlike Delhi, but otherwise, like I was saying earlier as well, the batting just became easier. I just think Delhi batters failed to apply
because
themselves.
Remember, it is still a bit cooler in the night in Delhi. So there will be dew. So I think what will happen is, see, the pitch will not break up that much. That is the thing. And I'm getting a lot of the comments say, okay, Purushottam.
That we're being unfair to the bowlers?
No, I'll answer this particular question for a minute, okay? Purushottam is saying, you're wrong, Sid. Dhoni did not criticize the bowlers in the post-match presentation. The 2 warnings is about the over rate. If one more warning means he will miss 1 match, then CSK need to play a new captain. Again, Purushottam, you have to look at the whole video. I said, Dhoni might have said it in jest, in seriousness, or with a straight face. And remember, if the warning has come, there is no official thing yet, because we haven't got an official thing, a press release or anything that a team has been fined. Normally we get that, but it's not come.
Yeah.
So we don't know whether that is the case, but see the full video. I have said that Dhoni has said it with a straight face, or he may have said it with seriousness, or in a jest. That's the problem with Dhoni. We don't know what it is, whether he's serious or funny.
Also, I just read some...
Deepak Thakur.
Deepak making a point, and also I think a couple of other family members also said this as to why Manish Pandey is not there. In fact, Manish, you should check out the video that we did as far as the playing 11s for all the franchises are concerned. If you look at the Delhi video, we were talking about how Manish Pandey can actually give you some sort of a balance and Delhi can then, let's say, be looking, because he bats at number 4 or 5 than Manish Pandey.
Yes.
And presently you're playing Sarfaraz over there. If, let's say, you can have, and what also happens is, if Manish Pandey slots at the number 4 position, then you can bring in an additional batter in place of a Sarfaraz who is struggling at the moment. So perhaps that is something Delhi can look, especially because Manish Pandey, given the experience that he has playing in the IPL, yes, he's not really done a lot over the years, in recent years I should say, as far as the IPL goes, but he brings experience and he can be that typical number 4 batter.
But where do you slot him?
Yeah, exactly. The only way you can slot him in is, if at all,
Get Abhishek Porel to don the gloves and
Sarfaraz sits out. If this is going to be the thing where...
Before we end the live stream, because the Gujarat Titans batters have come out, how long, GGK is saying, how long Prithvi Shaw can play just on potential? Should the questions on Prithvi Shaw get louder?
Again, 2 games, but I'll still say again, the thing with Prithvi Shaw has been that it's been, he blows hot and cold.
He blows hot and cold, yeah.
That's the thing with him, he'll do something crazy in the Irani, in the Ranji. He'll get a mammoth 300 odd like he did this time around. So, he puts in these performances and we're like, okay, he's finally doing, justice to his talent, potential, whatever. But then he's got off the field issues and whatnot. Then comes the IPL. So he just blows hot and cold. His graph is just, it's like a perfect...
It's like an up, down,
it goes
down,
up and down and down.
It's like a perfect inverted V, if you may say.
Yeah.
You want to change your prediction, or you are still got that optimism that Delhi Capitals can win?
No. I think... Yes, of course, I'm just, let's say, as a Delhi fan right now, I'm just excited to see how Nokia performs. It's good to have him. And he will, of course, be a vital cog going forward as well. But I just think this total isn't competitive enough. So I see GT winning.
GT, oh, this comes from a Delhi Capitals guy. So deflated. Well, you can still have hope. I mean, Nortje can run through, and if he bowls in that same line...
Well, I'll be happy if that happens. But GT, again, reigning champions, look much more solid, let's say. And
so,
let's see.
Within the next 1.5 hours, hopefully, we will see whether GT will join Sunrisers Hyderabad as the only other team to have not won at home, or will Andrich Nortje and the rest of the others, they actually blow away the Gujarat Titans lineup. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back for the end. And yes, the impact substitution has been done. Khalil Ahmed is in. And I think it's quite obvious who's going to go out. I think it'll be Abhishek Porel.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Because Sarfaraz will keep. Yes, I think it was Porel who is going out. So yes.
So Sarfaraz gets to keep yet
And
again.
I don't know whether Gujarat Titans have made their impact player substitution. I think they haven't. I don't think they will. So
They may not need the impact substitution.
They may not.
There's not enough runs that they're chasing, I feel.
Yep. So yes, it is Khalil Ahmed and... Oh, Sarfaraz is also...
Interesting.
So
Sarfaraz out.
Khalil has come in for Sarfaraz.
So Porel keeping
Porel
the
is keeping
keeping the wickets. Interesting then. So
Yep.
matches for Delhi Capitals, and they've already seen 2 wicket keepers. There is, remember, a third wicket keeper as well in Phil Salt,
Yes.
who happens to be warming the bench right now. Whether he gets to play or not, long tournament, we'll have to wait and watch. But
Yep.
that was Sidvi. And we're
Let's-
going to be again. Were there any questions asking where Nikhil is?
No questions. But
So before you ask that, yes, Nikhil is going to be joining us, and we'll be in the studios after the match ends.
So
So from
join us
Sidvi
there,
and me, Harshit, thank you. Bye bye. See you after the match.
Yep.